The other day I was scrolling through Instagram, not really paying attention to what I was really watching, just mindlessly doom scrolling through reels, and something came across my feed, a quote that made me stop and think. The quote was, "If being hard on yourself worked, you'd be happy by now." And it hit me in a way I don't think I was ready for. I've spent so much of my life being my own worst critic, telling myself I'm not doing enough, beating myself up for every mistake, pushing myself past the point of exhaustion because I thought that's what it took to be successful. And that one sentence made me really sit there and realize that none of it worked. I'm not happier because of this. I'm just tired. Growing up, I was never taught how to celebrate myself. When I accomplished something I worked hard for, something I was genuinely proud of, the response was never, "Wow, you did that. You should be happy. You should be feeling good about yourself. You should be excited that you accomplished this." It was always, "What could you have done better?" Or "Why wasn't it more?" Or "What's next?" Every time I achieved something, instead of being met with pride, I was met with critique. Instead of acknowledgement, I got a list of everything I did wrong to get there. And I don't think anyone meant to hurt me. I really don't. But I do think that they thought they were helping, which they weren't. I think they thought that if they praised me too much, I'd get comfortable. I'd stop trying. I'd settle. So they kept pushing me more and more and more and more. But not once, not a single time that I could recall, did anyone stop and say, "Hey, you did something great. Let yourself feel that, even just for a second." The message I got was clear. What you did doesn't matter. Only the next thing matters, and the thing after that. You're not allowed to be proud. You're not allowed to stop. You're not allowed to relax. You're not allowed to just be happy with where you are. And what happens when you hear that enough times, you start to internalize it. You start to believe it. Over time, I stopped expecting recognition, and eventually I just stopped wanting it. And then I stopped even believing I deserved it. I internalized everything, every critique, every but, every reminder that I wasn't quite there yet. And now what? I'm an adult. And when I accomplish something worth mentioning, something I'm genuinely proud of, I don't say anything. I keep it to myself. I convince myself it's not a big deal. I tell myself that doing well is just what I'm supposed to do. It's what I'm here for. It's the baseline. It's expected. It's not worth talking about. But when I'm struggling, when I'm overwhelmed, anxious, feel like I'm falling behind, barely keeping it all together, that I'll talk about. That I'll share with my loved ones, my close friends. Because somewhere along the way I learned that my pain is worth hearing. But my progress for some reason isn't. I learned that people will listen when I'm breaking down, but not when I'm building myself back up. So I made my struggles the only thing I share. I made my lowest moments the only version of me that people get to see. And the worst part about that is, I didn't even realize that I was doing it. But here's the part that really messed me up when I finally saw it. I became what was done to me. Without realizing it, I started treating the people I care about the exact same way I was treated. When someone close to me shared something they were proud of, something they were excited about, I wouldn't celebrate them the way they deserved it. I'd find the flaw, no matter how minuscule it was, the but, the thing that they could have done better. Like, that's great, but nice, but did you think about, cool, but you probably should have. I wasn't trying to hurt anyone. I really wasn't. It wasn't my intention at all. But that was the only language I knew. That was the only way I understood love and support when someone was building themselves up. I was taught that caring about someone means pushing them to do better, not telling them they're enough, not letting them sit in their wins, just continuous pushing. So that's what I did. I pushed, I critiqued, I found the flaw every single time, and I passed on the same damage that was done to me without even seeing it. And when I finally realized what I was doing, I had to sit with something really uncomfortable. The people who love me, the people who actually care about me, they don't get to see the full picture of who I am. They only hear about my lows. They hear about my stress, my anxiety, my failures, my setbacks. But they never hear about my wins. They never get to celebrate with me because I won't let them, because I won't even celebrate myself. I've made my pain the only thing worth sharing, and that's exhausting. Not just for me, but also for them. But even worse than that, I've made the people I care about feel like their wins don't matter either. I took something that was done to me, and instead of breaking that cycle and doing better for myself, I kept it going. I turned support into critique. I turned encouragement into pressure. I made the people I love feel the same way I felt growing up. And I thought I was helping. I really thought I was helping. But I wasn't. I was just recycling the same damage, passing it on to the next person, keeping this horrible cycle alive. And at some point, I had to stop and ask myself a hard question. When did I decide that I was only worth listening to when I was suffering? And then an even harder one, when did I start making the people I love feel like their wins didn't matter? And that second question broke something open in me, because I realized I wasn't being humble by staying quiet about my accomplishments. I wasn't being driven by refusing to celebrate. I wasn't being helpful by pointing out flaws in the people I care about. I was just hurt, and I was just projecting that onto others without even realizing it. I was so used to not being celebrated that I didn't know how to celebrate anyone else. I was so used to hearing, "What's next?" that I couldn't let anyone, including myself, just sit there and take a moment to feel proud of themselves. So now I'm just trying to unlearn all of this. And it's hard. It's really hard. Because when something's been wired into your brain for that long, it doesn't just go away overnight. But I'm learning that celebrating yourself isn't soft or makes yourself less of a man. It's necessary. I'm learning that letting someone feel proud of you isn't weakness. It's connection. I'm learning that you can still be driven, still be hungry, still want more, and also let yourself feel good about where you are right now. Those things aren't opposites. You don't have to choose. And I'm learning that when someone I care about does something good, I need to tell them that I'm proud of them. And what they accomplished, no matter how small, is worth celebrating. I need to stop looking for the flaw and just let them have their moment. Let them have the moment that maybe I didn't have in the past. Because that's what I needed and never got. And I don't want to be responsible for the reason someone else feels the way I felt. I want you to hear this. If being hard on yourself worked, you'd be happy by now. And if being hard on the people you love worked, they'd feel it too. So maybe it's time to try something different. Let yourself win. And when you do, actually feel it. Tell someone. Let them be proud of you. And when the people you care about win, celebrate them. Don't mind the flaw or the inconsistency in something. Just let them have it. Let them have that moment. But also, and I need you to really hear this because I wish somebody told me sooner, it's surround yourself with people who genuinely want to see you succeed. People who won't tear you down for actually doing it. Because the right people, they're not just there when you're struggling. They're there when you're winning too. They don't get jealous. They don't minimize it. They don't make you feel like you're too much for being proud of yourself. The people who truly love you, the people who truly care about you, should be supportive at every single step, whether it's up or down. Whether you're at the highest or your lowest, the support shouldn't be conditional. It shouldn't come with fine print. And if someone only shows up for your pain but disappears when things are going well, or worse, makes you feel guilty for doing well, that's not support. That's not love. And you deserve better than that. So be the person you need. Celebrate the people around you, but also protect your peace. Surround yourself with people who clap for you when you win and hold you up when you fall. Because you deserve both. Your wins deserve space. So do you.